The corridor development project, which aims at realizing the standard of smart city at Addis Ababa, has begun a year ago. So far, the corridor development in its first phase has covered over 48 kilometers of sidewalks, bike lanes, bus terminals, and so on. Currently, the second phase of the corridor development, which doubles the kilometer coverage, is underway. The former mayor of Bogotá city, Enerique Penalosa, who has an extensive knowledge in the corridor developments of Bogotá city, has shared his views about the project in Addis Ababa. He has told them the corridor development helps to realize the smart city standards in Addis Ababa.
It is a great opportunity to make cities that are much better than anything else in the world, because you could have, for example, a city, this 60 million inhabitant Addis Shagar they will be, you could have that thousands of kilometers of roads only for bicycles, or roads only for bicycles and buses. You could have many parks, or you could have greenways, parks that go across the city. You could go across the city for 100 kilometers inside the park. And especially in Ethiopia, you have something very special, is that land is publicly owned. This is very powerful because in most countries, land is privately owned. So it's very difficult for government to buy land for parks or buy land for, so what is happening here is, I mean, if Addis becomes a great city, which I think it can be one of the best cities in the planet, and it clearly will be one of the biggest and most important cities in the world, it can become an example for Africa, and it can become an example to the world.
Enrique has emphasized the importance of modernizing public transportation system, calling the corridor development a critical step in addressing the city's chronic traffic congestion and pollution. He argued that the expansion of the public transit network would not only improve mobility but also support sustainable urban development by reducing reliance on private vehicles.
Corridor development, again, I say that Mayor Addis Ababa is doing is very positive. And I know there is controversy because some buildings have to be demolished and all of this, but when Paris was being made, they also had to demolish a lot of buildings. And unfortunately, of course, we have to take as much care as possible of the people who are, whose buildings are demolished. But I think in the end, this is a historical challenge. And also, for mobility, we have to understand something. Traffic jams are going to become much worse in Addis. Yeah. Traffic is going to become much worse. Many things in Ethiopia are going to become better. You will have better health, better education, better housing, but traffic is going to get worse. So you need to, it's important to understand that mobility and traffic are two different problems. I have two different solutions. Mobility you solve with mass transit. And as I say, the only possible mass transit that Addis can have is bus-based transit, BRT, buses on exclusive lanes.
Despite his overall support for the project, the former mayor also voiced concerns regarding the environmental impact, particularly in terms of land use and green spaces. He noted the corridor development prioritizes environmental sustainability, which minimizes harm to Addis Ababa's ecosystems.